Hi there, Davi. So nice to see these essays from you. Let's get right into your correction. See what you had to say. Okay, this one is about people working over the age of 60. People should retire after 60 and not work. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Let's see what you said. Experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated whether people over the age of 60 should be employed or retired and what consequences it may cause. Some believe that elderly people should continue to contribute to society by working. Here I want a contrast. However, personally I strongly disagree. This essay will argue that people of a certain age should be retired, using examples from the UK government and Oxford University to support points and prove arguments. Okay? Fine. Couple little grammatical things, not a big deal. On the one hand, there is ample evidence that aged workers are more likely to make mistakes. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, there is a severe loss of cognitive reflexes. Okay, please explain this. Don't just go to your next main idea, but actually support it. What do you mean cognitive reflexes? Give me an example. Give me an explanation of what you mean. How do you know this? Something. You can't just leave a statement like this hanging. Okay, secondly, their physical strength is jeopardized due to their muscle aging process. For example, recent empirical research by the UK government demonstrates that 60% of all active workers with 6 year or older, you don't need with, committed dangerous mistakes in the workplace over the last 10 years. It must not be forgotten that although there is a considerable range of capable aged employees in the world, it is crucial to keep the work environment as safe as possible. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that people 60 and above should retire. Again, no with is necessary. Alright, moving on. On the other hand, although there is a case for young CEOs, university teachers, language tutors, sports coaches, and even television celebrities with overwhelming talents enriching society, the impact that elderly people with the same job causes cannot be overstated. This is largely due to the vast experience they had acquired during all years of work. For example, if a senior employee responsible for a big staff with 30 years of experience suddenly retired, the majority of the workload would be frozen for a good amount of time. Consistent with this line of thinking is that a considerable amount of important roles in massive companies like Microsoft or Apple are given to most experienced applicants. Thus, it is possible to state beyond a doubt is missing here that the work of certain employees over 60, get rid of these two words, has a tremendous impact on modern day life. From the arguments and examples given, I, capital, firmly believe that although important roles in society should continue to be administered by more experienced people, employment over the age of 60 should be avoided to prevent dangerous accidents. It is predicted that eventually workplace safety will increasingly grow in importance. Okay, this was lovely, it was very nice, good examples, well supported, etc., etc. However, the order of the paragraphs is wrong. You told me very clearly that they should retire. Then, what has to come first is this paragraph. What has to come second is this paragraph. The paragraph where you basically state your opinion and the side that you support comes last. It has to come closer to the conclusion so the essay ends on an appropriate note in an appropriate order, okay? This is really important for your coherence and cohesion score. It's the logical progression of ideas in your essay, okay? So although I liked a lot of it, this is a problem for coherence and cohesion. You need to make sure that the paragraph you support comes last, okay? Keep that in mind. Make sure you're aware of it when you correct. Okay. Now for your letter. This is the Albion University letter. Okay. Dear Sir, Madam, I am a law student at Albion University. No apostrophe S necessary. My name is Davi Castello Branco, student code this. I'm writing this letter to apologize for my absence in the exam I missed on October 14th. I'm sincerely sorry for not being able to attend it. I'm aware of the importance of it, but unfortunately my absence was unavoidable. The reason for not attending this exam was that I was ill. To begin with, since I, capital, was a boy, my immune system has always been weak. When you say since, you need to use the present perfect, not past simple. In the exam week, W-E-E-K, I, capital, had the flu. Therefore, I had to stay in bed with an E, not an A, and could not make many movements. Okay. I understand how crucial this exam was, and therefore I asked one of my colleagues, Robson Brown, to submit my medical record to the examinations committee. I sincerely request you to allow me to make an extraordinary exam due to my condition. I don't know what an extraordinary exam means. I think you mean like a replacement or a substitute or makeup. Actually, that's how we use this, a makeup exam. Due to my condition, I look forward to hearing a positive outcome. Full stop. Yours faithfully. Fine. Okay, now check this out. Again, you didn't write what the task actually states here, but I remember that this one says offer some suggestions. Okay, you didn't offer some suggestions, you offered one. You just asked if you could make up the exam. It's not enough. When you see that it says ask some questions, ask questions, suggest solutions, it doesn't say suggest a solution. It says suggest solutions, which means that you have to use more than one. Okay, this is really important for your task achievement because they look at this kind of thing. They want to make sure that you understand the difference between suggest a solution and suggest solutions. Okay, so be aware of it and plan your response accordingly. Okay, so good work here. I liked it on the whole, even though you had some strange spelling mistakes like in bed and week, but nothing too major. It was fine. Now what you need to do is you need to correct these essays. You need to add your errors to your error correction list. You need to send everything back to us with your next essays. All right, so I'll let you get to that task. Good luck with it, and I'll be here to see what you write next.